Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do the heart-shaped card that I made the Valentine's card for. I'm going to do it in different colours today. I'm going to do black, silver and white. The white card I used is just a cheap white card, so I had to stamp it instead of heat embossing it, because by the time I stamped the whale stamp and got the powder, it had dried. So it was all going to be covered and cut out, so I thought I'd just stamp it with a black ink and go old school. So that's the card. I'm going to show you how to do the shape of the heart by grading down from the big one. So you need a ruler and a pencil or a pen, doesn't really matter. Pencil would be better so you can rub it out. Just put the card out of the way for the minute. So I've done all mine. So I'll tell you the sizes. I'm just going to show you how to do the first grade down, because it will be exactly the same for all of them. So first of all, you want 20 centimetres along this side. The bottom is 9.2, and then I measured down 4.4 from the top, and then that will give you a measurement of 19.5 across from your 4.4, just to give you the base. So line it up. Doesn't really matter where you put it on the page. Pencil, I said, didn't I? Oh, there it is. So you're going to have to draw yourself a heart. If anybody does get stuck with the heart, email me at craftycarolw@virginmedia.com, and I'll send you a picture, a proper size picture, so that you can print it out and trace it round. Or on Facebook, Carol Wally, just find me and I'll message one over to you, and so you can just get this sort of shape. I did freehand it, but I always do that bit first, and then of course you can never get identical. So when you're happy with your first half, cut that out, but then leave enough over that side so that you can, once you've cut that out, fold it over, and then you can draw around this side so you can get an exact match. So that's just your pants, isn't it, really? So you can get an exact match when you flip it over. That's how I did it on this. I'll show you my first templates. They're my first templates. As you can see, it's all got folded, and then I graded it out to get the rest of the square. Okay, let's put them to one side, I don't want to confuse you. So that's your heart stuck to leaves. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to downgrade. So this one is for your base card. So that will fit on there like that. So I've got a little bit here and a little bit there. So just literally carry that down, and that is going to be cut out anyway. You can move it up as long as you're not going too close. Got enough there. So I'm just gonna draw there. I'm going to put that to one side because I want to show you how to downgrade. Okay, so that is your first one. So your second one, I'll show you how to downgrade the curve. So you need your pencil and your ruler. It's a bit time consuming. So we're going to go 5mm. So there and there. Mark the ruler because I always mark it because I find it easier to look. As you can see, it's all got other markings on it. So you want to put your ruler on the 0 and then go 5mm in all the way around. You can do smaller if you prefer, but you don't want them too big, like too much of a space, because you've got to freehand this in a minute. That's why when you look at the card they're not 100%. If I was using a die they will be 100%, but because we're freehand they are slightly a little bit different. But you go all the way around, and this is just to get your templates. You're going to have to do this on every single one, I'm afraid. But once it's done, you've got your templates forever. And remember where you put them, in the safe place. That is downgrading. Okay, so this bit here, get your ruler, try and match it up with the last one that's going to be, just need to go a little bit further in, and then you're just going to go like that. And turn it. I find it easier to keep your hand in the same place and just move the paper. And then just go down a little bit further. And that is downgrading, and you will need to do that for all of them. Okay, so that's our first one, which you've got the measurement of 20, 9.2 and 19.5. Okay, just put that to one side for the moment, and then that's your base. And then template number 1, which this should sort of line up to. Not too bad, but that's what you get for freehand. See that? Slightly a little bit different, but we're not using this one, so it doesn't really matter. So template number 1, your folded edge is 19, this is centimetres, and then the bottom is 8.5. Remember, you need your 4.4 down from the top of the page, so it's probably better. And then across is 18.7. So that's your next one. So you would do that and then the next one, template number 2. I haven't put the measurement on. Naughty. So the measurement for this one, the folded edge, is 18.1. There. Remember, 4.4 down, 17.5 across, and then 7.8 at the bottom. Okay. Template number 3 is 17.2 on the folded edge, 7.2 on the bottom, and then your 4.4 down to get your 16.2 across. Don't worry if they're slightly like millimetres out, 16.1, 16.3, it's not going to make any difference. If you, when you lay it down and you look at it and you think, oh, it's slightly off, just give it a little trim. It's not going to make any difference. And then template number 4, which is the last heart one, is 16.5 on the folded edge and 6.4 across the bottom, and across the middle part is 15.8. So that's template number 4. And you do it all by grading it down. So you will, that, I'm not going to do it for all of them because it took me a long time to work it out. But that, so that's your base, that's template 1, number 2, number 3, and that is number 4. So that's your all your five sizes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the base. Okay. But if you would like me to email them over or message them over, I'm happy to do so, just so that you can get that heart. If you specifically want my heart that I draw, I'm happy to send it to you. Okay, so that is the basic. The bottom of the card, let me get the card back. Bottom of the card is just your, what I call old-fashioned matting and layering with cat hairs. So I've already done, I'm going to do a black and white one. So I've done that already. The black is not glittered. I glittered that myself and I cheated. If I can find my, I used the really thin tape, I think it's 5mm tape. I just put that round the edge because I didn't have any black glitter card. Put some cheap black glitter on it and then started layering it up. But remember, if you're going to do that on all of them, if you glitter all of them, remember you've got to take 5mm off the next one because you've lost 5mm because of that. Alright, so let's just pop that over. Let's get rid of that. But email me, message me if you get stuck. I'm happy to answer any questions. So that is going to pop in there. So I'm going to put that in after today. Just give it a little dust. So that's going to fit perfect in there. Once you've done your bottom one, I think that's 19.5, just lay it in before you start matting it up. Just lay it in, make sure it fits, because once you've layered it all up and it doesn't fit, it's just waste. So let's just pop that to one side. Oh, and let me find this one. Where's this one? This is the front. So I've done a Happy Valentine's one there. This is the template for the front panel. So That's for the white panel. I've done it in black. So the measurements are 15.5, bottom 5.9, 3.5 across here. It's probably better if you do. So measure 15.5 there, go across, that's 8.2 and a half, say 8.2, so just right on there, 8.2 across. So 15.5 down, measure 8.2 across, and then just do another line going across here. Actually, let me do it. Just on a scrap bit of paper. It's easier to show you than try and explain. So we'll have that as our straight edge, and we know that is over 15.5. So you want to go 8.2, which is there. 8.2, draw a line. There. This is 9.5. So let's just do 5.9 there. This is a gradient of 9, which is there. But remember, you're going to have to curve this around. I'll do that in a minute. And then 9.5 there. So that gives you that one. So this, from here, you're going to go straight up. Looking at them, trying to copy this one. So you've got your 9, so you need to come across to the start of the curve, which is about 4.6. This is the hardest bit, I think. 4.6, which is there, down to there. So then you get your curve. Once you've cut one out, you just need, when it goes over, this little bit here, around, more of a flat bit. There. It's more graded down, but you've got to match it to this. So this is going to be straight. So once I put it, I did this after I'd done all this. So I think we'll wait, and then we can get the proper curve once it's in situ. But that's basically it. But I'll show you again in a minute. So 15.5 there, measure across 8.2 there. This is 9.5, 3.5. So measure 15.5 down, across, draw a line down, and then 9.5, 5.9, then you can match that one that is 9 going from that corner to there. And then once you've done the basic there, once we've done the final template number 4, then you can get your curve. I remember how I did it now. Right, so that's that bit. Now let's get the main card. So you've done your first one. Open your card out because you don't want to cut it on itself, otherwise you're going to cut the back off as well. Right, just put me cutter back together again. Right, now for this bit I put up my guillotine, just this bit here, so you've got a bit of a straight. You can cut it if you want. Okay. This is a bit awkward because you've got a big flap in the way. But, right, so now we're just going to cut that. I find if you do little cuts, you end up with a better curve. That's just me. Gone inside the line there, not worried. Cut that out, get that out of the way. Right. Okay, and then just go in. There. Alright. And then just rub out any pencil mark. There. Right, so that's your first one. Get your bone folder, give it a little proper crease. Bought some of the 8x8 cards and they didn't line up, they're all skew-if, so I keep them for doing the shape cards because you're cutting it away. Doesn't really matter. That's a bit of... Right. Okay, now pop that to one side because next one we're going to go with, if I can find what I've done with them, is going to be number 1, which is going to be the black one. So, get some black card. This is just the 12x12 plain black. Oh, where did he come from? So you've graded this one down, so I'm just going to go in the corner just so that you can save a little bit of paper. And I'm just copying the one that I've done here. So, black, white, silver, white, black. white. Okay. There, and cut that out exactly the same. Pop your template that you've used out the way. I'm just going to cut that around to get rid of the big massive paper because it's easier to cut. Just pop that to one side. Might be able to squeeze and little one out there. Right, and just cut that one out. I'm just going to do it with the scissors instead of on the guillotine. In there, and we'll glitter them after. Right, just give that one a little bit of a haircut. There. Get rid of the rubbish. Right, that's your second one. Right, so in theory, once you've lined that up, that's quite good. Keep trying to get rid of that, but I drew on it instead. Right, so that's that. And while we're here, flip it over, put your tape on, or if you're using glue then wait, but because we're going to be putting glitter on this, so I like to tape it up first. And then the curved bits I'll put glue on. Okay, so that's that one ready. Put that to one side again. Just got to remember where I'm putting them. Right, this is template number 2, and this will be in just ordinary white card. So remember, you've downgraded. This is your template number 2. Put that to one side. And the other side of this that I'm cutting off, we'll be able to use for the last one. So my little cat trying to get in on the video. One cat behind me snoring his head off, and the other. So just bring that in. And that's that. now, one of these, this one, I think. That one's flat. This one is raised up. So this is going to have pads on it. So, 3mm pads I've done. Those little bits and bobs to use. Right, I'll do some shaped ones. Right, we'll have one shaped one there. One there. That one might get away with a whole one, just chop the little ends off. There. That one there. That one will fit there. Close to the edge, I think, that one. And then we just need I've got a couple of scraps here. Put that one there. This one I'm going to cut. I need a sort of V out of that one. That we used for something else. There. I'm going to just put that little bit, use that. There. Okay, so that's ready to be layered up. I'm going to put glitter around it, so I'm not too worried about taking off the the pencil marks. So the next one is going to be silver, which is this one. Remember, if you're going to turn it round and work on the other side, you need to reverse the template, but it's quite easy to do that. Just get rid of the bulkiness. That. There. use that one. That's that. Just have to move them around until you get them exactly where you want them. Okay, so that's that one. That one I think we're going to put flat. So we'll put the, and it's slightly different to my Valentine's one. And the curved bit I will put the glue on. Okay, so that's that bit. So then we're going for black again. I don't know if we'll get it out of that sheet, but let's have a go. Don't like wasting things. I think I'm actually a template missing. I'm going to have to go and search. Oh yeah, look, there's template 4. Right. So line that up. That's one side. Right. Oh, I didn't do that well, did I? Never mind. Lined up the top instead of the bottom. Never mind. It shouldn't make any difference, but we'll check it in a minute. There's a lot of cutting and measuring with this one. The next one is the Art Deco card that I did. There's measuring with that one, but it's a lot easier because it's just triangles. And you can use your guillotine on everything. Right. So let's just bring everything in. That. Perfect. So we've got a flat, a raised, a flat, a raised. Let's see how many we did on this one. Not exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's actually 7 layers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What have I done? Oh, here it is. So we need the white one, which is going to be this. And look, messy. So it's going to be a downgrade of this. So I'm just going to do that quickly. I'm just going to line that up. That doesn't look right. Just give it a little haircut because it just didn't look right there. Okay. Right, okay, I made a mistake. This is meant to be smaller than the template. So what I've done, I've cut out one of these. So white, 15.5, bottom 5.9, go across 8.2 and down 9.5. And then you want to come across, so go from that point 15.5 to the 9.5. You want to come across, I think it's 4, husband in the background. 4.6, and then you want to go down to there. So come across to 4.6, and then you want to come up I think it's about, let's do it from here, 3.3, and then do your little curve. So it will cross, leave a little bit and come up. But it's better when you're doing that shaping bit, if you pop it down, this is how I did mine. So from here, you want to go up, your 3 point, can't remember what I said now. So it's roughly to the curve, 3.9, and then the curve bit I actually used one of the heart templates, so we'll just use this one, and that will just give you, you just literally just got to draw that little bit there, and that will give you your curve. And then we're going to downgrade the one that I've already done. I've got my colours mixed up, so that is that one. Again, I can email it to you. And then we're going to downgrade this one so it'll fit in there. Okay, so let's downgrade this one. Be a bit of practice for you with the grading. So I'm going to do it on the front. So 5mm. Just going to be cutting it fine. Unless I just cut a new one and heat emboss it. I thought it was going to be a lot more time trying to do that. Might be able to get away with it. Just, I think, I can always do 0.4 if it's just a little bit. Right, I'm going to do that on the cutter. So, line it up, but don't go all the way across when you're doing this. Remember, you've got to do your curve. So I will then do this bit. A little bit more. So a lot of these cutters, it's just trial and error a lot of the time. Try and get that as straight as possible. It seems like an awful lot. I'm going to do a little bit less than what I did, because we can always take more off if we need it, but we can't add it if we do it wrong. So just cut that bit off there. Remember, we haven't done this bit yet. So yeah, that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut that there. It's probably going to slip because there's not much hold in it. I might have to do it by hand. No, that's okay. Right, and then this bit, I'm going to use that as a template. Literally just go round. make it a little bit more rounder. Just take tiny little bits of it. Tiny little bit more. Right, let's see. Perfect. So, even if you do it wrong, there's always a way of correcting it. So that's that. So this, pick that up, is our card. So we've got first one, base, there, and we're going to glitter them in a minute. Got your pads on this one. You remember when we do it, we just stick these ones down first and then we peel the back off so that you can get it as near as even without gluing it down and then making a mistake. That one, we do bunny ears. There. And then this one. This one, I think this was straight down, wasn't it? No, this was on pads. Let's just do it on pads. Let's just do it on pads. And the other one, we'll do flat. It's a special card. It's an anniversary, so it's a special card. There. Got quite a few triangles here. So, we'll have a triangle there. And one there. Get quite close to the edge if you can. That one. Right, let's just give him a little haircut. There. Get close to the edge. There. This one, you know, is that shape going to fit? It will, with a haircut on the end. There. Might be able to get another complete square in there. Yeah. So, oh, what do I do with that triangle? So we'll have a triangle in here. We get might be able to get a half triangle in there. Or a quarter, I should say. And wait. In there. There's a couple of, right, I'm gonna there's a few gaps. So I'm just gonna put that there. that's enough for that one. The other bits and bobs. Right, so we've got flat, raised, flat, raised. That will be flat. Just use an old piece of card for this one. And just put a little dab of glue there later. So that's that one. And then that one will be raised there. And then we're going to do the glue. Why have I put that on it? Oh, it's because it wasn't going to be raised, was it? Never mind, doesn't matter. Peel these off. She says. And just stick these on the top. Sideways one there. Sideways one there. Never get enough pads out. Oh, I have got some more. Right, this one we want 2 half triangles, so a quarter rather, not half, 2 quarters. So one there. That's a bit, chop the end off a little bit. There. Use some flat ones down the middle. Not flat ones, cut ones. Right, this one I'm just going to chop that so that we can put a couple down the middle. There. Right. So that again, if it doesn't match up perfect and you think I need to give it a little trim, give it a little trim. That's fine. That's how I did the card in the first place, by just putting it down, trimming it, putting it down, trimming it. Right, so that's that. Now we're going to do some glittering. There's a few pencil marks on here. Just let me tidy up, but there's just stuff everywhere. I'm going to do some glittering in a minute. Just get rid of all this. I'm a messy crafter, but sometimes, you know, I really have to tidy up. I might keep him because he'd be useful for something. Let's get rid of this. Right, let's get rid of the templates that are causing static on everything and put them out the way for the moment. Get rid of them. Right, I've got my square back. Right, let's do a little bit of glittering. So, just get a scrap bit of paper, an old bit, practice bit of paper that I have. So, we're going to use, of course I've put it all away again, haven't I? Because I've been getting ready for other cards, the Art Deco card I've been getting ready for. Just get rid of all this out of the way and find, so, just some black glitter that I put into an old Chloe jar, because I think it's just better than just having it in a normal jar and trying to get it back in. It's a lot easier to use Chloe's pots. Right, that's that. Right, so I'm using Diamante Sparkle and just a cheap black one. Oh, it's in the Diamante Sparkle thing, but no, it's a cheap black one. And Diamante Sparkle, which I've got a new one there. So, let's see what we're going to do. On the base of this one, on the black, I use the tape, but of course, on this, the heart one, we're just going to use freehand and go around it with the glue, as we do. Right, here we go. I think it's all the way around. All the way around. Let's get rid of that. Good, I keep getting in the right mess today. Right. Put it on quite thick so it should last all the way. I've done all the flowers prep because they just take such a long time to cut out and get ready, so I've done them all, but I will be doing a couple of little videos. People have asked for shaping of flowers and things like that, so I will do that after the Art Deco one, which will hopefully be tomorrow. I'll show you the Art Deco one later if you've not seen it. I didn't intend for it to be an Art Deco, but I think I've watched too many Poirot programmes over the lockdown and it ended up as a sort of Poirot card. So I've called it an Art Deco card. Right, let's just get this quite long. Right, that's the black one. I'm going to pop that to one side to have a little dry, although we're going to be using it near enough straight away, but yeah, give it a little chance to dry out. Right, just pop this back in best you can. What's left decorates the floor. Well, let's get rid of this. Right, the silver one I'm not going to decorate. What did I do? Oh, they're here. Right, so the white one, Okay, I've changed my mind. The white one we're going to leave plain. The silver one we are going to decorate. And we are going to decorate that in, keep forgetting the name, Diamante Sparkle. So, lid on the black, I'm going to use that in a minute. Let's do this one. Oh, it's gone a bit peculiar there, never mind. Bit of extra glitter going to be on that bit. And this bit. Okay. Hopefully I've got enough in this pot. Right, you can see where that went over a little bit, so I'm just going to take that off. Just move it down a little bit. Just push it back. That's fine. Okay, just pop that to one side, give it a little drying time. Put this back in. This is the one that doesn't like going all back in the pot. Not too bad. Right, so what we got next? So the white one we're leaving. Black one. It's got to be done, hasn't it? Put some black around here. The more merrier for the glitter. Remember, this dries clear, so you're not going to see the white glue underneath the black glitter. Right, put that to one side. Stick that on. What we got next? Right, this one. Not sure if I'm going to do this one. No, I'm going to leave this one. Don't know what I've done with the black one now. the elves have been about. What have I done with that? It was here all the time, everybody. So, that bit, I'm just going to just get a couple of pencil marks. Right, I'm going to start layering it up and then I'll decide whether I'm going to glitter them after. Just need to get some pencil marks off of there. I know I do, if I've decided I've layered it all up, no, it all needs glitter, then I glitter it afterwards. It's quite easy to do, and I'll show you. Especially if it's on pads, it's really easy, even though it's all on the card already. Right, so let's just start matting and layering with tweezers. Right, so we'll do bunny ears here. I tend not to put it down because then you'll flatten the glue that you've already put on and you'll end up with it black glitter mixed with glue all over your surface or your card base. So I try to hold it up in the air and do it. Just fold them back as best you can without dislodging the glue. I hope you'll have a lot more time to let it set, but because I wanted to show you how to do the curves and everything, I thought I won't do any getting ready of this one like I did the other one. Even the glitter's not going to come off it, so oh well, we'll stick it down with glitter on it, never mind, doesn't matter. Right, so place it down roughly, get it as even as you can. I try and line up with the middle of the heart, the pointy bit, and around the edges, and just check it, place it down. Then pull your bunny ears out. There. Stick it down. Once it's all dry, you can give it a proper pat down. Make sure your curve is stuck because that's what you've put the glue on. Okay, that's your first bit there. We'll put the inside in a minute because that's all done. Right, this is the raised pit. So take off your first layer of your pads, back of the pads I should say. Pop it down, but hold up the sticky end, pop it down, move it if you need to, line up the centre as best you can, line up the sides because you can't put it down, and once you've put it down, remember it's stuck quite firm there, and then pick it up. Try not to touch your wet glue and just peel off the insides. My tweezers are caked in glue, so everything just keeps sticking to them. That one. A little cat's being left out. She's hovering. When I want cuddles though, it's a different story. I get a paw in the face, I get bitten. But no! Right. Stick that down. Like that. Oh, she wanted daddy cuddles, didn't really want mummy. Right, that's that one. And then we're going to go with the silver, which is flat. I'm just going to give that a little dust. That's a flat one, just check it is a flat one. That's going to go there. You can see my little faux pas bit there. Well, a nice little leaf or something's going to go over that bit, so no one's ever going to know, apart from everybody on my YouTube. But, so, doggy ears, or bunny ears. I think I called them bunny ears, I just called them doggy ears, and I don't know why I've called them that. Right. Of that. Right, these little ones, I'm actually just going to pull that totally up. Right, bit of glue just on the. I must clean. Look at the state that must clean that. Right, pop that down. Remember, make sure all your bunny ears face outwards. Okay, I think that's as near as we're going to get it. So, take out the bunny ears. Make sure your glue is stuck. There. I'm just going to have a quick drink. Excuse me. Right, that's that bit, and then we've got one more, which is on pads as well. Get rid of that. There's something else stuck to me. Right, remember, take off the first. I'm going to take off those ones as well because they're quite small. I'm going to do 2 layers on this one because it's a small one. But if you don't feel confident doing 2 layers, please don't. Just stick to the one. But remember, hold the sticky bit up, manoeuvre it, line up your little V in the middle of the heart as best you can. Hold that down, and then manoeuvre it as best you can. Don't worry about the imperfections because it can always be covered with a flower or a leaf. And then we'll go in and take these bits off. There's one. Don't worry if you miss taking one off because the others will stick and it will still be there. It won't affect the height or anything, but the others will stick it, so don't worry too much. Right, and the last one. So that's that stuck. As you can see, I'm in the right mess again, but I'll just pick some of them up and get rid of some of them. Right, leave those ones. Right, little dust, because gently, because it still might be a little bit wet, although it's really hot in here today. But that could be because I'm wearing a thick jumper. So, what we're going to do, we're going to put this on pads. No, we're going to keep that flat. And I think, let's just put the other one on top that's stuck to my sleeve. This one is definitely going to have glitter around it. And I'm going to, inside of the happy anniversary, I'm going to put little bits of black in the spaces there. I'm not sure if it needs glitter on the white or not. No, I'm going to leave it. Definitely going to put black glitter around the black one. So I'm going to take the back off, do the bunny ears. This is a bit small to do bunny ears, but I'm going to do it just because it's quite a prominent bit there. A little bit of glue. There, oh look, massive air bubble. Right, so gently pop this down. Line it up as best you can. That looks okay. Is there a bubble? There's not a, no, there isn't. Missed one. So just pop a little bit there. Take these off. It's a little bit wonky there. Not too worried. This is straight. Yeah, it is quite wonky and I've stuck it down now. There you go. One of the mistakes. There's no way we're going to lift that up. No, there's no way we're going to lift that up without causing a lot. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. We can put a flower on it. We can do anything. Never mind. Mistakes happen. So this one is going to be glittered. But I'm going to keep it in line. And then just put a flower over there. So, right, let's put the lid back on there. I'm going to do some black glitter. Put the lid back on there. We've already got the stuff on the back. And just go around the edge of this, clean that. Because I'm not doing this in the summertime, they'll be covered in cat hairs. Right. Right, and with this, I keep the glitter out. I'm not going to use this glitter, this glue, because it's not fine enough. So I'm just going to use a little either Mickey Mouse because of his little ears on here. Let's pop that down. His little ears, bunny ears, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. But it's a quickie glue pen. It's blue, but it dries clear, and it's perfect for this glue, for this glitter. So what I'm going to do is just pop it in here, a little bit there. All the bits where you see black coming through, I'm just going to pop a little bit. It's just going to be a hint of glitter. Here. Yeah, you can see it drying already. So just put it over. Perfect. Just give it a little, don't want to take the glitter off. We just want a little hint of the glitter. I think that's okay. Perfect. I'll pop that to one side, put this back in. And decorate the floor. And a little wipe down, and we're ready to pop that on. This black glitter, it just gets everywhere. Right, I'm not going to do what we normally do. I'm just going to literally take them all off because it's too small to do that with. Still a little bit wet on the edges. Right, so line it up with the white, remember, because I went a bit wonky. So I'm lining it up with the white, and once I've placed it down, that's where it's going to be. There. Okay. You can see there where I've... Okay, before when I said about glittering it when it's already on the card, I'm just going to show you because I've done a little bit there. I've moved it. So, literally, I'm going to cover that as a pencil mark there that I can't get rid of. So I'm just going to add a little bit there. I've just got like the measuring spoons out of the kitchen drawer. Just do a little bit of touch up. And I won't bother putting that back in the pot. Just go straight to bin. Done. Okay. Very lightly. Get rid of that. I've done it again, but I'm not going to keep touching it because it's just going to. I'm going to have to. I can't do it. I've got to do it. Right. Once it's done, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to mess around with it. Just going to blow that off, and I'm going to leave it. I'll wait till it's probably dry before I start flicking around over there. So now we've got, I've done all the bits and pieces. Let's just get this out of the way. Right, silicone, flowers. I was going to do a very similar to this one, but because I've done my little faux pas, we're going to have to put a little flower over there. So I will just leave this one. I've got some foliage. Just put that one up there so I can see it. Right, the foliage that I've used, I've got them ready. I used blossoming foliage, which is this one. I used that and I just glittered on the back and left it overnight to dry. This one is fabulous foliage, which I've used the little tinny one, which is the black one there. The happy anniversary one there. That one. And then I used the jewel flowers again, but I used the non-jewelly flower, like the sort of daisy flower, just a plain one. As you can see, I've not cleaned it, it's still covered in black. And it was a free one, can't remember what one it was in, but it's got dragonflies on it. And I used that one, but I cut off the ends, so I literally just used that, but the ends are still there because I know I won't use it as a corner one, so I just used that for the smaller ones. And then I used the large jewel flower, but just the plain. Oh, I've got them mixed up. So this is the large, that's the small, but it's the same thing. And then of course my favourite, the Christmas foliage, which never comes off a block. So that's all the foliagey bits that I used for this card. So now, oh, I'll tell you what, let's put the inside in. I nearly forgot about that. This black glitter just gets everywhere. Right, bunny ears. Quite easy because this is lovely and dry. Place it down. Line it up as best you can. Take away my ears. Like that. So it's starting to look a little bit like a card now. Oh look, I've squashed it. Seriously, what am I like? Right. This card has not gone well today, everybody. but we all have our off days. So another little bit more glitter over here, and then leave it alone again. But lucky enough, we are going to have a little flower positioned over there, so we should be okay. Right, let's just get layering up. So I've covered the centres, exactly the same method. Glue them, they're old pearl beads, glue them, glitter, round and round and round in circles to make it a circle again with let glue set, and stuck in with silicone left overnight. So I'm just going to place them down. We're just going to see what sort of, because this one, Happy Valentine's, has gone that way in the middle. There was loads of space, but because this one is a long sentiment, we're going to have to position things slightly a little bit different. So let's just see where we're going to put them. I think that's too big to go over there, it doesn't look right. So that is definitely going to go there. Let's bring in all these little friends and just place them down. The old tweezers come out. Remember, you can put one on the side. I think we did that on the red one. We put one on the side. Let's put one there. One there. Interlock them. That one can go there. That one can go there. Some few little tiddly ones that can go on the side. That one can go there to cover that up, and we can have a few black ones there. I think I've done a few too many, but never mind. I'm going to have a couple down here, so maybe that one. Oh, that one. That's quite nice. So we'll have that one there and that one there, and then we'll just have put him there, and we can just fill the space afterwards with the foliage, so that'll be all right. So let's just pop them down. A bit more. Can never have enough. Right, so that can go there. This one. Yeah. That's gonna just take that off me. Right. I think I've got a blockage in the silicone. Yeah, there's an air bubble in there. There it is. Let's start again. Right. That can go there. can go on the side. So I've just not put it on the middle, I've just put it on the edge. So we're going to stick it on the edge there, and then backfill there. And stick this one. And then we'll put some foliage in. Let's see where we're going to put this. That one there. Just pat it down. We definitely need a flourishy one under there. I'm going to lift that flower. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to pop it back. Yeah. You lose a little bit of that one, but it's okay. So let's just add some of these. Shorten their stems there. Right, we'll have one there. If you push it at the base. Here's stand up. If you have the stems too long, they don't tend to stand up as well. Right, we'll have one in there. Push it and stand up. That's it. Sometimes they just say, I'm not standing up, and that's it. These ones, I'm not going to use them whole. I'm going to just get rid of some of this. I need to clean these. I'm going to just cut them off. So straight up the stem, out the middle of the stem, and chop. Just trim up. Okay. And just pop them. Pop them in. Just literally mix it all up. That one can go there. Just remember, you don't want to have anything in the way of that. Lifting up. That's going to be too big. Got 3 left of them. I haven't counted again. I'm just didn't count how many I made. I just made like scraps of acetate that I had, and I just did what I could fit on basically. So let's see what we got. Put one around the edge there. There. Need to put some more of my favourite flourishes on. Start to get withdrawal symptoms, I think. And there. Don't know whether I'm not going to have enough room to put that anywhere, I don't think. Oh, I might be able to put it. Let's see. Oh, I think it might just fit nicely down there. I'm going to pop him up. Pop this down. There. And pop him back on. That's why I like using silicone, because you can just move it around a little bit. I'm just going to rearrange them a little. There. Got a bit of a gap there, so we're going to go in with a load of foliage. I'm going to leave that stem on. If it doesn't work, you can always, perfect, you can always take it back out, chop the stem off, use it for something else, but that's worked okay. And these little ones to fill up the black spaces inside, because they're going to lay flat. The only trouble is getting them in. Perfect. Doesn't matter if it lays flat. Just move them around a little bit. That's okay. A couple more, see what way it goes. I laid it in the right way here, hey? Put that one in there. Silicone on me. I've done it. Oh, it's stuck to me. Right, okay. This one's got a mind of its own. Where are we going to put him? Let's just stick him here. Like that. These ones, I don't think we're not going to have enough room, I don't think. Put that in. Oh, I'll tell you what we could do. Chop it off. Just put it down there. Doesn't matter if it doesn't stick up. There. Just get in there. Give it a little squeeze. Perfect. Don't know if that is going to be, that's going to be too big, so I'm going to chop that down. perfect. That base, another one. Actually going to put, I think that's not going to stick very well. Try and lift that up a little bit underneath. That's it. Right, don't think we're going to have enough room for that. I know I like doing things in 3s and 5s, but really can't squeeze it on anywhere, I don't think. Unless we put it, we're going to see it. Just open it. Yeah, we're going to put it inside, everybody, because once the card's open, right, let's just put in a couple more of these. They're only tiny, so we might as well just use them. Just use them up. Cut the stalks off, and we'll use these ones up as well as we've cut them. Don't want them to go to waste, so we might as well use them. Just fill the card up. Don't know where we're going to use them. Let's put one there. Right, nearly done. Right, where are we going to put these ones? I think there's a gap there, let's just put it in there. Okay, last one. Where are we going to put that? Let's put him up the top somewhere. Let's put him here. be used for another time. Lost my little end for me thing. Right, that is the finished card, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed it. A few mistakes on it, but I think I covered them quite well. Let's just open it so you can see. Hopefully everything won't slide off from the silicone. And that's the inside. So I'll put it on Chloe's page later with the link so everybody can see it. I'll just quickly show you the next card that I'm going to be doing, which is the Art Deco one. It will be similar to this. It won't be the same because it won't have the flowers on it, because I'm going to do it for a man's card. I thought this one's a bit too girly, but as you can see it's see-through, so we'll have all the same dimensions here, but we'll just have different Art Deco things down.